Errol, what do you think? Hey, champ, how you doing today? Hey, what's going on? Just a quick question. This fight's been a long time coming. What would a victory mean for your legacy in your words?
Well, it just shows that Terence Crawford is the greatest fighter of this era, like I said before, and that's pretty much it.
Terence, what do you think about that long layoff this time?
With who?
That Terence Spence had 16 months.
Well, look, he's been inactive, but this haven't been the first time he's been inactive, so I'm not banking on his his activity in a ring to benefit me in no way, shape, or form or fashion. I'm going in there looking to face the best Errol Spence Jr. that there is.
Terence, do you think technically this fight will end up on the inside in the later rounds and just come down to who wants it more?
I believe some spurts we both will be in the inside and we both be trying to get the best of one another. But for the most part, I think it's going to go a mixture. I think Errol Spence would try to box. I think he would try to bang. I think he would try to smother me, walk me down. I'm preparing for all avenues of Errol Spence. I've seen him, box Mikey Garcia. I've seen him slug it out with Sean Porter. I've seen him do a little both with Kell Brooks. So we preparing real well for Errol Spence.
Do you think being favored gives you more confidence?
I don't look at it. I didn't even know I was favored. So that really don't matter to me. Only thing that matters to me is that I get the victory July 29th.
Terence, looking at the stakes of this fight and the magnitude of it, do you think that we'll see a part 2?
Well, hopefully, if the fight is great enough that it's deserving to be a rematch, hopefully me, myself, and Errol Spence can do it again. But right now, my main focus is July 29th. That's it.
With both of you guys being seek and destroy fighters, what do you think the pace of the fight will be to start?
I think it'll be a fast pace. I think Errol Spence is going to come out and try to prove his stay in the ring and try to declare this is his ring. And I feel as if I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to let him know that I'm in charge. He's going to feel as if he's in charge, and that's going to make for an exciting fight.
Most definitely.
Did you see anything in this press conference that Errol said that maybe going to give you an edge or you found out some more information?
No, not at all. Errol is always that type of guy that's laid back and, chill. So it is what it is. You get what you see.
Terence, when you got the news that the fight was done, it was a done deal, where were you and what were your thoughts?
I can't remember where I was at, but I knew it was going to get done. My thoughts was, we finally getting it done for the fans and for everybody that's been calling for this fight. And I'm excited, I'm happy, and now we can go out and do what we both set out to do, and that's become welterweight undisputed champion.
What's going to surprise you?
Sports today, fighting in Vegas, the fight again, this fight that you wanted. How do you feel going into the fight right now, man? Are you sure that you're ready to rock and roll?
I feel great. I feel good. I feel strong. I feel confident. I'm just waiting on the days to pass to where I get to go out there and put on a great performance and show everybody why I'm the greatest fighter of this era.
One of the biggest nights.
Yes.
Terence, how long have you been in camp? Because you look like you can make a weight this week.
Well, I'm always training. I try to never be too far out the gym too long, and I'm always in the gym sparring, helping people. So, it's great for me because I get to stay in shape as well.
Terence, now that you finally looked in his eyes and you were like close to him, what can you say about his energy overall today when you said, when you take a fish out of water and, when you started talking a little bit more, what did you see in his eyes and how can you say it to him?
His energy was, he's ready. Just like myself. I can't say that he's not ready because, he is. And I can see it, I can feel it. But I can assure you that he sees and he feels and he knows that I'm ready and I will be ready July 29th as well.
Kind of being friends with him, is it kind of harder to fight an opponent when you're sort of friends with him?
Well, I wouldn't say we friends. I wouldn't say, we friends or anything, so I can't say that, but we just made the fight happen. It was two grown men coming together, making a fight that the fans and the world want to see.
We know the respect is there, and making this fight took a while. Has there been any bad blood? Like, so you guys aren't any friends, but in the process, has there been any bad blood, or is it just respect?
No, it's just business. It's just business. There's no bad blood. I respect him as a man, as a fighter, as a father, and I'm pretty sure he respects me as a man, a fighter, and a father as well. And July 29th is just going to be all business.
We're going to slide it down there.
Big fight like this, but do you feel like one of the biggest keys is your counter punching and your vision in the exchanges?
I think everything is a key point in the fight. You got my jab, you got my movement, you got my counter punching ability, you got just my brain, the way I think, just all around.
Could it be a little similar to the fight we just saw, Taylor and T.O.? Spence being Taylor, natural, bigger guy, better jab, but T.O. more creative, taking advantage of this in between shots.
No, I think I can't really compare Errol to Josh Taylor. I think it's two different styles, so I wouldn't use that as a viewpoint.
But is there a parallel in that the more creative fighter won, and that'll be the case in this fight?
Yeah, I feel as if Errol will make more adjustments along the way, and he wouldn't just fight the same fight the whole fight. I expect him to be, making adjustments along the way. And he's a great professional.
I remember you said, because he was saying you're light in the ass, and then you told him, no, you're fat, a couple years ago. Does he look a little heavy 6-7 weeks out? Did he look heavy a couple weeks ago?
Look. All that matters is he weigh in at 147 come Friday, and that's all that matters. He's going to be the same weight come weigh-ins. So what he weighed now, what he weighed then, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, since Marcus with Fight Hub, what's your mentality for going into this fight? You've waited so long, so much has been said. Now you're heading into the kill zone. What's your mentality?
I'm just excited. I'm excited. I'm ready to get back to camp and get back to work. We've been having a great start to camp, and come July 29th, everything will show.
We saw the big send-off with you in Omaha. Emotionally, what did that do for you?
Well, emotionally, that just showed me what I already knew, that my city and my people, they behind me and they support me. And that's all that showed me, and I want to give them a little gift of being able to send me off and wish me well.
What were you saying to him up there, Terence? What were you saying to Errol?
No, it was just letting each other know that it's time. We're here now. There's no more talk. There's no more wrong side of the street. There's no nothing. We're both here. We both acknowledge that, this is that moment.
How do you feel at this point in time as far as respect? You pretty much said you did it easy. You made the fights look easy in the welterweight division. How do you feel about this particular fight finally happening and they can give you your respect?
I feel as if, after this fight, everybody that had something negative to say about Terence Crawford, they will eat their word and they will give the respect that rightfully deserve. So if they don't, then, that's something they will have to do.
Terence,
you've always been known to be quiet, humble guy, kind of to yourself. But for this one, obviously seeing all the bright lights, seeing all the media, just the different things that weren't there for all the previous fights, how special of a moment is it to see you at the biggest stage of the sport?
Well, I feel as if I was made for this moment. Sometimes I just really didn't have too much to say because those wasn't the actual fights that I really was gearing towards. I've been calling these guys out since 2018. I came in the division, went straight to the title. I didn't have any tune-ups. I didn't want any easy fights. I wanted all the top name fighters in the welterweight division. And so, rightfully so, I got Jeff Warren in my first fight, coming off a victory against Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao would have been victorious. It would have been Terence Crawford versus Manny Pacquiao. So, I'll fight anybody that's put in front of me.
You say you reached out to Errol Spence. What brought that moment when you said you was the one that called Errol Spence? Were you talking with your team? Did you feel it was the right moment, being what happened on the 22 negotiations?
No, I just text him. I think it was January 1st or January 2nd, and I just let him know, like, hey, what's up? Let's fight. You don't have no fight, I don't have no fight. Let's get it done. And let's stop playing around. Let's stop, putting everybody faulting everybody. Talk to Al, talk to this person, talk to that person. I'm coming to you, man. They work for you. talk to them, I talk to my people, and let's come together and see what we can do to make this fight happen.
You having yourself in between fights, staying disciplined, you always put your training videos out. Do you think that would play a primary role in you and Errol Spence, fight July 29th?
Who knows? We don't know what Errol Spence Jr. is doing when the cameras is not on him. I'm not the type of guy that always put the cameras on me or show what I'm doing all the time. So he could be fighting possible. I don't, put it past nobody. I don't get overconfident or anything. I just make sure that I'm doing the things that I need to do to better Terence Crawford.
All right, guys, thank you. We got to slide it down. Come in the center.
Fast starter, and you're a slow starter. How does that play out in this fight?
Well, look, if you want to start out fast, if you want to start out slow, you can do what you want. But come July 29th, we're ready. They're ready to bring to the table. I'm sure.
Do you almost not worry too much about those early rounds? You're not stressing about if they go the other fighter's way, and why is that?
I don't believe that, I'm losing all the early rounds. A lot of people will say, we feel like he losing this round, he losing that round. The scorecards will say different. So obviously, I'm doing something right. And if Terence Crawford needs to start fast, that's what he'll do. Just my brain, the way I think, just all around.
Could it be a little similar to the fight we just saw, Taylor and T.O.? Spence being Taylor, natural, bigger guy, better jab, but T.O. more creative, taking advantage of his in-between shots.
No, I think I can't really compare Errol to Josh Taylor. I think it's two different styles, so I wouldn't use that as a.
But is there a parallel in that the more creative fighter won, and that'll be the case in this fight? Or?
Yeah, I felt as if Errol will make more adjustments along the way, and he wouldn't just fight the same fight the whole fight. I expect him to be, making adjustments along the way, and he's a great professional.
I remember you said, because he was saying you're light in the ass, and then you told him, no, you're fat, a couple years ago. Does he look a little heavy 6-7 weeks out? Did he look heavy a couple weeks ago?
Look. All that matters is he weigh in at 147 come Friday, and that's all that matters. It's going to be the same weight come weigh-ins. So what he weigh now, what he weighed then, it really doesn't matter.
Terence Marcus with Fight Hub. What's your mentality for going into this fight? You've waited so long. So much has been said. Now you're heading into the kill zone. What's your mentality?
I'm just excited. I'm excited. I'm ready to get back to camp, get back to work. We've been having a great start to camp. Come July 29th, everything will show.
We saw the big send-off with you in Omaha. Emotionally, what did that do for you?
Well, emotionally, that just showed me what I already knew, that my city and my people, they behind me and they support me. That's all they showed me. And I want to give them a little gift of being able to send me off and wish me well.
What were you saying to him up there, Terence? What were you saying to Errol when you...
I let them know that it's time. We're here now. There's no more talk. There's no more wrong side of the street. There's no more. We both here. We both acknowledge that this is that moment.
How do you feel at this point in time as far as respect? You pretty much said you did it easy. You made the fights look easy in the welterweight division. How do you feel about this particular fight finally happening and they would give you your respect?
I feel as if after this fight, everybody that had something negative to say about Terence Crawford, they will eat their words and they will give you the respect that rightfully deserve. So if they don't, then that's something they will have to do.
Terence,
You've
what is
always
it?
been known to be quiet, humble guy, kind of to yourself. But for this one, obviously seeing all the bright lights, seeing all the media, just the different things that weren't there for all the previous fights. How special of a moment is it to see you at the biggest stage of the sport?
Well, I feel as if I was made for this moment. Sometimes I just really didn't have too much to say because those wasn't the actual fights that I really was gearing towards. I've been calling these guys out since 2018. I came in the division, went straight to the title. I didn't have any tune-ups. I didn't want any easy fights. I wanted all the top fighters in the welterweight division. So rightfully so, I got Jeff Horn in my first fight. coming off a victory against Manny Pacquiao. If Manny Pacquiao would have been victorious, it would have been Terence Crawford versus Manny Pacquiao. So, you know, I'll fight anybody that's put in front of me.
You say you reached out to, Errol Spence. What brought that moment when you said use the one they call Errol Spence? Were you talking with your team? Did you feel it was the right moment, being that what happened off the 22 negotiations?
No, I just texted him. You know, I think it was January 1st or January 2nd, and I just let him know, like, hey, what's up? Let's fight. You know, you don't have no fight, I don't have no fight. Let's get it done. Let's stop playing around. Let's stop, you know, putting everybody faulting everybody. You know, talk to this person, talk to that person. I'm coming to you, man. They work for you. You talk to them, I talk to my people, and let's come together and see what we can do to make this fight happen.
You handling yourself in between fights, staying disciplined. You always put your training videos out. Do you think that will play a primary role when you and Errol Spence, fight July 29th?
Who knows? You know, we don't know what Errol Spence Jr. is doing when the cameras is not on him. I'm not the type of guy that always put the cameras on me or show what I'm doing all the time. So he could be playing possum. I don't, you know, put it past nobody. I don't get overconfident or anything. I just make sure that I'm doing the things that I need to do to better Terence Crawford.
All right, guys, you gotta stand up. Come in the center.